Welcome to my new apartment! I am so excited. Welcome to my new apartment. This has been so long in the making. If you are unaware, I'm gonna insert a little background info and I'll put a timestamp if you're really just interested in seeing the apartment. But this is a brand new build in Nashville, Tennessee. It's right next to Germantown, technically on the East Bank area, and I love it. And I'm so happy, and it's gonna be a long process. I wanna take y'all along on furnishing, organizing, decorating the whole thing. It's gonna be a process. I'm trying to get a lot done in the month of December. I'm trying to take like a little bit of a step back from work, even though I'm so busy, which is great, and that's a blessing. But I am trying to take a little bit of a step back like December and January and get a lot done so that by the time it's busy season again, I am like fully settled in to my new place. So we're gonna do a little tour. I've done a little bit of things obviously, but not too much. So we still have a lot to get done, but let's get into the tour. The front door, when you walk in, I have this kind of little setup. I need to bring this umbrella back to work. That is our work umbrella, but I think I like this. I got these two little, there's storage in them, and I just want like a little entryway. I think I'm gonna get something to hang up my keys, maybe a little mirror, and then I love putting my wagon here because it's easy to grab, have my lint rollers in there. So I think I want to get some sort of shelf or something, and then I think I'm gonna put like hats and scarves and things like that in here, because obviously every time I open these, I'm gonna have to take this stuff off, which isn't like a big deal. Dominica got me these flowers. I love her. My bestie, thank you so much. I'll link her down below. But this is like a 1-bedroom studio hybrid. So it's small. My goal for 2025 is to save money. So I did a smaller apartment. I do have washer and dryer, which is super, super nice. And then my bathroom is separate. Like it doesn't link to my bedroom, but that's fine. I have a really nice shower with a built-in shelf, but I did add some more shelving. And then of course, toilet, storage. There's lots of storage in the bathroom, which I love. Obviously, I need to organize all of this. It has been a cluster. One thing that I'm finding a little bit more trouble with is storage in the kitchen. So I do prefer like a full open layout, lots of storage. These are motion activated, which I love. I don't mind the amount of dishes I still need to do. I need to put those in the wash. I love the fridge, but I need to be a little bit more creative with like how I store everything. So I at least have those drawers. I did get like this knife rack that I can just have back here, which is super nice. So I don't have to have my knives in my drawer. So I'm really trying to utilize this space well and make the most of it. But I do love this little kitchen. I want to get a huge cutting board that covers this whole sink so I can use it as an extra prep area. And then I'm also wondering if I should get a small table to help with cooking, or even like, I was also thinking of one of those shoe stand things where I could at least also have a shelf up here, maybe hang up. I think I'll do like a gallery wall here. I don't know. I have a lot of feelings, but this hallway is really big, but I don't want to close it off too much. So I don't want like a full table, maybe a console table. Let me know your thoughts. And then this is just an extra little, it's like a coat closet, but I have my trash, my vacuum broom, Mika's carrier, and then my reusable bags. I saved those plastic bags for my bathroom trash. And then I barely have any furniture, as you can tell. My wonderful boyfriend helped me put this together yesterday. This is a hidden litter box. So my little wonderful child crawls in there and it keeps the litter out. I obviously want to decorate this like a certain way, but I just have some books and knickknacks here. My little step stool is hidden here, yoga mat, the litter. So I definitely need to figure out how I want to organize everything. I did get this coffee table and that desk off of Facebook Marketplace. These are both like together $80, which is so awesome. There's some chips in here, but whatever. This is Mika's little, what's it called? Hangout area. Got a little desk. This is my Christmas tree.
Happy Christmas. Merry Chrysler.
Because I need to get rid of it, all of this cardboard, but I need to break it down. I decided I'm not gonna decorate for Christmas just because I have so many other expenses to furnish this whole place, and it's just like, I will go all out. I'm all or nothing. So this is obviously the view that I have, which is gorgeous and amazing. We love her. Get a view of the river, and then this is a good overview just to kind of really see the space. So it's not a huge apartment by any means. It's fairly small, but it works really well. And then this is my bedroom. Miss Mika baby is eating. So this is also going to change. These doors slide and they do lock if I want to. So like this one I have locked kind of as an extra wall, which I actually really like. Built-ins in the closet. I am going to move this projector into the living room, but for now, since I don't have a couch, I'm watching TV in here. So like this shelf is kind of oddly placed because it projects perfectly on this wall where it is. I just have a standard bed frame. I gotta get nightstands, everything like that. So she's a major work in progress, but I'm so excited. So for anyone who has been here for a while, you know that I moved to Nashville about 2 years ago. It's actually almost my 2-year anniversary. When I first moved to Nashville, I moved to the west side of town and I had an apartment that I loved. I did have some issues with living there. Basically, when I started into real estate, which is what I do now full time, I work with in the apartment market in Nashville and the surrounding areas, which will kind of come to play with me choosing this apartment, and I'll explain that in a little bit. When you do enter real estate, like you are not going to have income for a while. You need to be really smart with your money and kind of make sure that you are strategic about where you're living. And at the time, I had already chosen not to renew my lease because of the issues that I had, and I was seeing somebody at the time, and that ended up ending, which was good, but also like at the time I was anticipating some help with bills and things like that because we were planning on moving in together originally and things like that, and that didn't happen. And luckily that didn't happen because we ended up breaking up. So when I was stressed about figuring out what to do living wise, because I knew that I wasn't gonna have income for a while and I just wanted to be smart about things and not have a $2,000 rent payment every single month, my wonderful friend Connor let me move in with her. And if any of you are OGs to my channel, you know who Connor is. She has been on my channel. We met through YouTube and she is an angel and I love her, and she just had her baby. So everybody congratulate her in the comments. She said Sadie girl got here 2 days ago. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to meet her. So when I first moved in with Connor, I thought it was gonna be maybe 6 months. It ended up being basically a year, which is totally fine. I'm so thankful that she let me do that and live there with very minimal rent and just flexibility, and like let me get my life together and get started in my new career, which takes time. And she has been a godsend in every way of the word and throughout our entire friendship. So it ended up being almost a year. She obviously got pregnant a few months into me living there. So I knew at that point, especially, that like by the end of 2024, I needed to be out of there. Not because she was forcing me out by any means. You know, Sadie's gonna be in a bassinet by her bed for a few months. She doesn't really need the nursery, but it was time. She needed that space and deserved that space for her baby. So I literally moved out like 3 days before the baby came, 3 or 4 days before the baby came. So yeah, so it's been a long time coming. And when I'd set a day aside to go shopping, like apartment hunting with Dominica. I obviously work in the apartment market, apartment and townhomes rental market full time. So I know what's out there, and I just knew, number one, that I wanted a good deal. I had a day set aside to go apartment hunting when I knew everything was like coming to fruition. I had to figure something out and wanted to. I was excited. As much as I love and appreciate Connor, I needed to get back into the city because she does live about 40 minutes outside the city and the commute was a lot. And so like it was just time. So I'd set a day to go apartment hunting with Dominica, and these are my wants, and then we'll kind of talk about how I settled on this apartment. So my number one wants were, I wanted either a studio or a 1-bedroom. I want to keep my all-in living expenses, so not just rent, like all-in living expenses under $1,200 or under $2,000 a month, preferably even closer to $1,800. But obviously, like I also wanted a somewhat walkable location close to everything. Like I knew that I was not going to be getting anything substantial to be $1,800 or under all in, obviously with my knowledge of the market. So I wanted somewhere walkable. I was open to a 1 or 2 bedroom under $2,000 with my all-in living expenses. I really wanted a space that I really, really loved and felt good in. So I was okay spending a little bit more for like a new build or something. I love the massive windows here. I love the finishes. I love the building. And essentially where I ended up choosing, I actually was touring with a client who's also a friend of mine. When they first opened, I hadn't even been to the property yet. And I was like, I'm gonna come back later. Something stood out to me. I didn't end up doing a full apartment hunting day. I literally was like, this is it. Like when you know kind of thing. And I had seen so many apartments, obviously. So I think this one stood out because it was new. I know no one would have lived in the building or in my unit before. There's very few residents here at the moment. And I also love that like it will be quiet for a little bit while I'm getting settled. There's, only gonna be so many people who move in, especially in slow season. So it's gonna be one that I kind of grow with the property. There's gonna be retail going in, it's still under construction. So like there's a lot going on. I just had a really good feeling about it. So that day that I was here with my client, I called Dominica and I was like, can you please come back with me later to look at this? Because I know we had a whole day set aside. I think I found it and like I want to apply. So that's what I did. It's a great deal. The market rent is also really good regardless of the deal. So that's another reason that I loved it. And then obviously working with on-site leasing agents and property managers and staff like that constantly. One of my favorite property managers actually got promoted and to this building and to this new build, and I adore her, and I was like, I'm sold. That was like my cherry on top. I really just wanted to document this journey. It's been a long time coming. It's a very special apartment. When I totally uprooted my life and moved to Nashville, I was, that was like a fresh new beginning, but this is that again, even though I'm in Nashville still. This is really a new beginning. I'm in a new career, I'm in a new apartment and fully starting over again. So it's really special and I wanted to document this moment and have feedback. I mean, I obviously also love apartments, interior design, all that stuff. So I think it'd be super fun to take all of you along with me. So if you're interested in following my little apartment journey or any other videos, I also am just redirecting my channel in general to kind of coincide with my new career since I'm not doing makeup full time anymore. I know a lot of my followers got to my channel from makeup, and I'll still do those videos, I think, like get ready with me's, talking about makeup, because I'm always going to love that like side of that industry, I should say. So it's always gonna be a little part of my channel at least, but I also really want to focus my channel to like motivational, organization, interior design, apartment hunting, a day in my life as a real estate agent, that kind of stuff. So I hope that y'all want to stick around for that. Make sure that you like and subscribe and hit the notification bell if you would like to, and follow me on my other socials. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate y'all, and I'll see you soon. Bye.